Yeah, that was even better, probably. I mean, he was outstanding today. I thought him and Hedgie were on the same page the whole day. He really expanded well with his slider. Hedgie got out there with him to give him some targets off the dish to get some chases. Then he came in with some timely fastballs. I thought his mix was outstanding. Couldn't ask for anything more from him.
What went into the decision to put Buchter out there for the ninth?
Just early in the season, third time in a row, going to Mauer really quickly. Wasn't something we were comfortable doing. He feels fine. He's going to be good to go tomorrow. But 3 times in a row, 4 days in the season. He was supposed to get a back-to-back in spring, so that would have been more of a stair step. But he got a little under the weather at the end of spring training, if you remember, and missed an outing he was supposed to have. So he never got his back-to-back in spring. So it's the first time he went back-to-back this year. So we kind of pulled back off of that and used Hand to get out of that leverage situation through the 8th and handed it to Buchter for the 9th.
Obviously, Jhoulys had his breaking ball going today as well. Do you think it was more the fastball that allowed him to get to the breaking ball, or just better breaking ball command today that he felt more comfortable with it as the game went on?
I thought it was everything. I mean, you can probably look at it both ways. Comfortable with his fastball command, so then his slider and his curveball are playing off of that, or he had his off speed, which made his fastball pop even more. So I think both of those at given times. He had at bats where he's like spinning pinch repetitively, then busting him hard in late. Those are good at bats where guys are getting set up and they're starting to lean out, and that's great decisions for Austin Hedges behind the dish. I don't think enough's probably being made of what he's doing right now, how hard it is to separate offense from defense, especially for a young catcher, and how unbelievable he's been behind the plate and locked into his pitchers. Their success is his success, and it becomes our success. So he's been unbelievable back there, and that's not an easy thing to do, playing this game and separating the offense from the defense. And, he had a good at-bat today, drew a walk, had a long competitive at-bat, hit the ball hard his last time, but what he's doing behind the plate is worth more than anybody even realizes.
You mentioned before the game Alan Cordoba doesn't know any better against Madison Bumgarner. That pretty much play out to your satisfaction?
That was fun. When you look up on the board and it's given us Appalachian League stats, I kind of find some humor in that. And then it says rookie ball all-star last year, and he's out there facing Madison Bumgarner, and he's not scaring off at all. And he made a couple plays at shortstop, and I don't think there's a happier kid on the planet right now than him. He's about as fired up as you can possibly be. So it's fun to watch somebody experience something like that. But he went out and took it today, and we're proud of him.
A little bit of a killer instinct in your guys today. Bumgarner giving you an opportunity early on and jumping on it and taking when you got it?
I felt good about the at-bats we had. Obviously, early on, Manny Margot gets on, turns a single into a double. For most human beings, that's not even a thought, going to second there. I honestly thought we let him off the hook early. You don't get a lot of opportunities to beat him, and we had that first inning where we scratched one across and had bases loaded. Sardinius cut above the zone, kind of chased. Next at bat, Hedgie kind of decelled his bat to hit the little fastball inside. In the second inning, we had some more chances to add on. Typically, 2 doesn't do it against the Giants, so a ton of credit to Chacin. But, you don't get many opportunities. And as the game wore on, he got stronger and stronger and stronger, which is pretty typical for him. So we did scratch him across. Very pleased with that. Obviously pleased with the win. If we want to go to the next level, it's those fastballs up above the zone against him when the bases are loaded and he's struggling a little bit. You got to pull more than one run in those instances.
3 rookies kind of get on the board against Bumgarner there in the first couple innings. What does that say about this team's future in a game like tonight?
It's one game. I don't make too much out of one way or the other way in one given game, but I think you've seen the exciting gear that Manny Margot has. So that's pretty evident through not just one game, but many games at this point in time. It's fun to watch young guys succeed on a baseball field. I think the fans feel that way about it. They're clearly energized in the ballpark right now, and those guys are, playing with that energy the fans are giving them. So I wouldn't make too much out of scratching across a couple against Bumgarner. He still shut us down for the next 6 innings, but I'm definitely pleased with the win.